up guys, it is DWOOD back again with another video, and today I'm bringing you this beautiful fall smoky eye with a nice chocolatey, nudie, warm goodness lip. So I did like some really warm tones on the eyes with a nice little smoky flare. The skin is my typical skin and the lip is this really beautiful chocolate nude. Before we get into the video, don't forget to comment, leave me a thumbs up, and of course subscribe. We are almost at 600 subscribers. Thank y'all so much. It is still so surreal, but it's real at the same time because I low-key been putting in that work. But definitely subscribe before you leave. I don't want to hold y'all up too long. If you're curious on how I got this look, stay tuned. All right y'all, so let's go ahead and get straight into this video. It is fall time, one of my favorite times of the year. I need to moisturize my lips, so I'm using the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. This stuff really works. I accidentally got it on my face right here the other day and it wept up, and I'm like, why is my face freaking out like that? And then I remember, oh, you accidentally got some of the stuff on your face, so be careful with that stuff. So one of my subscribers actually put me on to the NYX Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer, and I freaking love it. Like, it actually reminds me of the Illamasqua Hydro Veil, I think it is. It has that same type of texture to it, and I love it. Oh my god, y'all know I love the Huda Beauty water jelly. This is like the water jelly on crack. Okay, so I'm gonna go right in with my foundation. Today I'm doing the MAC Studio Fix Tech. Comes in this container. Super dope product. Super dope. And to apply the foundation, I'm using the Ultimate Blending Brush from e.l.f. I really want to keep this look beginner friendly as well, so I'm not going to do any crazy highlighting or crazy contouring because I want this to be something that pretty much everybody can follow and recreate, you know? Okay, so then for my under eye concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender Bounce Airbrush Liquid Whip Concealer in the shade number 4.30W. I've been loving this concealer. It's something I feel like I can just throw on and go. I don't have to keep checking on it throughout the day. It's full coverage. And the finish is gorgeous. Now before you start blending, you want to let this dry down a bit. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of contouring. And to contour, I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer in the color Rich Ebony. To blend out these cheekbones, I am going to be using this random Morphe brush. It came in a set and it doesn't have a name. All right, so you guys see how easy that blended? Like, it didn't take much for me to blend that out, and that's why I really do like using these concealers to give my face like I call this a bronze tour, because it's not dark enough to contour my face. It just adds like a nice chocolatey warmth, you know? And then for my forehead, I like to use a smaller brush because my hair is so light It's like 4 or 5 different colors today, but we're gonna ignore that and start blending out this makeup. So I like to use a really small brush so that I don't kind of get the makeup in my hairline, because that's not a cute look. Especially if you have dark hair, it's okay, but when you have light hair like this, you cannot like, you have to be so careful around that hairline, because even the slightest bit of makeup will turn your hair a different color, and then it doesn't give what it's supposed to give. So once your concealer has kind of dried down a bit, that's when I feel confident to go ahead and start blending it out. Now, when you let your concealer dry down, it gives you a bit more coverage versus just putting it down and then blending it away or blending it out right away. You literally just wipe the product off your face. And I'm a cheapo, and I like to get every single penny worth my money out of a product. So if all it takes for me to save some money is to let this stuff dry down, baby, guess what? I'm gonna let it dry down. So for this step, I'm using the Real Technique setting brush. Now, instead of just patting all over, you kind of want to stay in one spot and work your way around. It helps to diffuse that product. And again, we are going for full coverage underneath that eye area. The key to a flawless face is taking your time, being as precise as possible, and blending. Now, I do really like a brighter under eye, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the color Warm Medium, and I'm gonna use this to further highlight those high points on my face. I'm gonna hit above the brows, right in the center, the smallest bit down my nose, and a little bit on my chin. Now, I like to get the concealer in my eyebrows a little bit because I always try to lighten my brows to match, not really to match my hair, but I just don't like dark brows with light hair. So I don't mind if the concealer gets in my eyebrows. Alright, so now we're getting to the fun part, setting the under eyes. I've recently fallen in love, love with this Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color 360 Mocha. Okay, so for this step, I'm just dabbing into my powder, and I'm grabbing this random brush from that same Morphe set, and I'm just using this to set that concealer underneath my eyes. And I am also going to hit the forehead. Everywhere where we went in with that brighter concealer, that's where I'm gonna go in with this powder. All right, so to brighten this up, I'm going in with the Fenty Pro Filtr Loose Setting Powder, and this is in the color Hazelnut. And I'm gonna use this to brighten up my under eye and do a smidget bit of baking. To set the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Microsmooth Setting Powder. All right, so my favorite part, bronzer and blush. To bronze my face, I'm gonna go in with the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place palette. Love it. All right, so I'm going in with the color Kufuru. And I'm using that as my bronzer. Now personally, I am a blush and a bronzer whore, so I feel like I'm gonna always go OD with blush and bronzer. Now I like to use a big fluffy brush like this. This is from Morphe. It came in a random set. If I can find the link to this brush set, I will link it down below, so be sure to check the description box. But I like this type of brush because it just sits comfortably right where I need it to. I don't have to play around with it. I don't have to make no funny face. It just does what it came to do. So now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Jamata, just to kind of add a bit more redness to the mix, because Kufuru is like a deep chocolate brown. You can already see we looking like somebody. I'm gonna hit a little bit of that on my forehead, but not too much. All right, so let's go ahead and wipe this away, because I do not want my under eye to be looking like a piece of Popeye's crispy chicken. So for blush, I'm not sure if you guys watched my, I think it was like a drugstore. I can't remember exactly what I titled the video, but I will put it in the cards. I tried out this black Radiance blush, and girl, what is it called? Toasted Almond. I love this blush. Like, I'm a blush and a bronzer whore, and I will forever say that in every single video. And this blush it's not that pigmented, but you'll see when I put it on, it's like the base for my blush, and it just sets the tone. And if I wanted to, I could just put this on and go, but you guys see that? Like, like look at this side versus this side. Like, it just, I love it. And it does have like a small sheen to it. And to apply my blush, I do like to use the e.l.f. highlighting brush. And you guys see, I don't have like all the craziest brushes, because you really don't need it. It's all about the flick of the wrist. It's really not about, I mean, of course, having good quality products, you know, help, but it's really about that flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. That's really what it's about. Now for my second blush, I'm doing NARS Exhibit A. Now this blush is easy to get, you know, carried away, so you do have to just tap in it lightly and be very mindful of your placement. Blush placement to me is all personal preference. I like my blush to pretty much touch my eyes. Sometimes I'll bring it onto my eyes, but since I'm doing like a full eyeshadow look today, it doesn't really make sense to do that. But that's the way I like to apply my blush. Some people like to just put it here. It's really all about your face shape, but the general rule is to put it on your cheekbone. Now I'm gonna leave my face where it is for right now. I have like some little things that I kind of need to tweak, but I want to go ahead and get my eyes out of the way. Now recently I've discovered that I really do like the 24-hour Studio Fix Smooth Wear Concealer from MAC as an eyeshadow base. And today I'm using the color NC48, and you don't need much of this. I literally just do two little lines, right? Now when I do eyeshadow looks, I like to use a concealer that's very bright like this, so that my eyeshadow colors can pick up and stand out and show out on top of my primer or my base. Because if you use a base that is either your skin tone or something that's translucent, sometimes the colors don't pick up as bright as they can. Alright, so I did go off camera to do my brows because it takes some time. Like brows, even when they're simple like this, they still take some time. The first color that I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna use Zama from the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. And I'm gonna put this right in my crease area. And I really do like this to touch the front of my brow. And to apply this, I'm using a big fluffy brush. And then I'm gonna go in with All Love from the I Love You Cherry Much palette. This palette alone has some really pretty fall tones. Today I'm gonna go in with All Love. And this is what's gonna start to help us bring that smoke. And this color has like a cool tone to it. So I wanna go in the same place where I placed that orange, just a bit lower. And then I'm just gonna use my flick of the wrist to blend that color out and blow it out. Dipping back into the Zama from the Juvia's Place palette. And I'm going right over that. And you guys can see how it's turning. It's still warm, but that color in the crease it's a cool tone. This is gonna be so fire, I can already tell. And I'm gonna slowly blend this up towards that brow bone, but you wanna make sure you don't have a lot of product on this brush because it'll just get muddy really, really quickly. Now for the lid color, I'm gonna go in with Chocolate Cherry from that I Love You Cherry Much palette. And I'm packing this on. I'm not really focused on blending just yet. Right now, I just want the placement. Once I have that color all placed, I'm gonna go back in with my All Love, the same brush that I used to dip into All Love. And I'm gonna dip a little bit into Chocolate Cherry. And that is going to go right in the crease area. And I just add more product as need be. So that is looking nice and smoky. I want to bring it up just a bit more because it's fall. Why not? Why not? It's fall, baby. I'm gonna take a very small pencil brush and go into, you can choose any matte black eyeshadow, but just be sure that it's matte. Matte meaning no shimmer. And I'm gonna hit the lash line with that. Now for the bottom lash line, I'm gonna just choose a random black, the same black that I use for the top. And I like to kind of do the mascara face stuff. How you doing? Like Wendy Williams, how you doing? I swear I be making myself cringe. But I'm gonna put this in my waterline. And I'm gonna take another pencil brush, just a little bit bigger and fluffier than the one that we previously just used. So the next thing I'm gonna do is dip into All Love with that pencil brush and use it to smoke out that black. And that is our eye. Now I am going to add a little bit more orange just to bring back that fall vibe to it. And I'm gonna put the orange right here. Going in with a little bit of my unknown highlighter. I don't know where you guys can find this, but I do know it's by Makeup Revolution. I've tried to find it online and I literally cannot. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lip, my favorite part, you already know. This is actually a, losing my words, an eyeliner pencil, and it is by Pixie, and the color is Black Cocoa. It's very dark and a very cool toned brown, so you really want to be careful. But if you like that really big juicy overlined girl, what just happened to my voice? It just completely went out. But anyway, if you like that big juicy overlined dark liner effect, this pencil, you will love it, especially if you're dark skinned, because for some reason it's hard to find pencils for us. So let's get to it. That looks so good. I love it. It kind of looks like a mustache, but that's what we going for. Okay, and then her to hada. Okay, so today, first of all, like my lips just look so good. Like, I love that liner. Okay, so for my lip, for some reason I always end up hating the lip combos that I be coming up with, and then I end up just going back to my OG. But this one I think I'm going to like. It's fall time, so I want to go a bit darker. So I'm using the Color by Shania Lene lip gloss in the color Caramel. Use it right over top of my liner. Oh girl, I love it. 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 Okay. I want to go in with a little bit of my favorite lipstick from Morphe called Boo. I love it. 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 Okay. I'm feeling myself. Let me see. Yeah, see this lip? First, wait, let me do one more thing to the lip. I'm gonna go back in with my same liner, right? And ever so lightly, yes, so I'm just bringing back a little bit more of the definition. You see the face, you see the material. Alrighty, so this is the final look. Alright guys, so thank y'all so much for watching. I always have a ball recording, I always have a ball getting glam, and it's just dope to have y'all here with me. Before you head out, don't forget to go ahead and give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and of course subscribe. Yeah, I have some really cool and exciting videos planned for you guys, so stay tuned and I will see y'all in the next one.